can't find anywhere to film. It's just too sunny everywhere. Okay, that's a little bit better, I think. Hello, all you cool cats and kittens. We don't want none of that here, thanks. So, today I'm going to answer some questions. When this whole lockdown thing first started, I got some people to ask me some questions on Instagram. But then I was like, I really should live in this a little bit before I answer these questions, because the answer to them could change. So it's been a couple of weeks and I've lived this lockdown life long enough. Now I can answer some questions. Do you have any goals on what you want to do with this free time? How is life going? I think my main goal was to keep doing yoga, because I've been going to yoga classes for like over a year and I didn't want to just not do anything. My body just de-stretch. I don't know, like I didn't want to lose my flexibility and my strength. I've definitely lost some core strength, I think, because I've just not been doing any core work at all for some reason. I've been doing okay, I think. How is life going? I don't know if you meant before this or no. It's a journey. Lots of ups and lots of downs, pretty much. Any house projects you would want to do or complete? Yeah, I said this. I'd love to just buy loads of furniture, change everything, but it's just not as simple as that. I live rented too, so I can't really do that much. What did you do on your hair? Looks awesome. Thank you. I put on something called Colour Before. My hair was like really dark brown, like darkest brown, where you're like, is that black? No, it's like dark brown. And I wanted it a little bit lighter, so I put on a Colour Before, which is a hair dye stripping tool. It's basically just a bunch of chemicals you put on your head and it strips the dye out, and I'm just left with like a shade or two lighter. What do you suggest doing to pass the time? What do you do? I've taken up crocheting. Miss your YouTube videos. So happy you're back. I am back, aren't I? I'm just back, aren't I? Thank you. Crocheting. So many people are crocheting. And also, what's that thing called where you sew on material in a round thing? I should know because my friends made me one and I just can't remember what it's called. It's called embroidery, numbnuts. For me, I've been like exercising, doing yoga and going on long walks. That helps pass the time. Sorry, I could just keep messing with my hair, but it's just awful, innit? The first week I spent so many hours playing Sims, Roller Coaster Tycoon, so many hours, but I felt like it wasn't working. I'll still go on it for a bit. I'll just like have a little go, but when you just spend hours doing something like that and then you finish and you're like, what was the point? What was there any point to that? And it shouldn't be like that, because you can just play a game and enjoy it. Like, there doesn't need to be a point to it. But I don't know, I was always left feeling a bit like after it, so I'm still playing these pointless games, but I'm just not wasting so much time on it. I feel like just a healthy balance of everything. Don't do one thing for 8 hours. Do a bunch of things for like a small amount of time. That works for me anyway. Quarantine exercise routine. I've not really got a routine. I just do what feels good. Some days I walk for 5 miles. Some days I do yoga. Some days I do like intense yoga. Other days I do like relaxing yoga. I've been doing exercises like squats and press ups and stuff, but I've not been doing that much. There's been loads of clips of that in my vlogs, so if you've not watched my vlogs then you should check them out. What's the first thing you're going to do when the quarantine ends and life goes back to normal? Well, I'm going to go back to work obviously, and that's going to be awesome because I've really missed work. I think just visit everyone and just meet up with people. Just the thought of going to a pub and sitting in the beer garden just having a drink with a friend is like... Whereas before this lockdown I'd have been like, nah, I just want to go home. Like, you know, really boring. So I think that when this is over, people will just appreciate little things like that. Probably not for very long, because humans are trash, but for a little while I think we'll become a little bit more humble. What do you miss doing the most while stuck in quarantine? What do I miss the most? I think work, you know. I honestly think work. I was never really the type of person that was like, don't want to go and work today. Like, I love my work. Everyone has those days where they're like, oh, I can't be bothered with work today, or I want work to be over so I can do this. Like, that's totally normal, but I'm just not that type of person. I just never dreaded going into work. It was always like, I was always up for it. Like, I enjoy going to work. Did you get a good coffee stash before having to close shop? No, I didn't, because I don't have like a coffee machine that you can put coffee beans in. I have one of those crappy pod ones. I have filter coffee, but I I like a flat white. I like a milky flat white. So I've been having to make do with the pods and my little milk frother and the occasional trip into work to check things are all going okay. How's the family? What are you guys doing to pass the time? I've not seen much of my family, obviously, which sucks. I've seen my mum and dad once, like from so far away. Like I was stood at the back gate and they were... My dad's still working because he's... I don't know how to really explain his job. He's kind of a security guard to like an important building place, whatever. Like they film the news there and they film TV shows there. So he does that. He like looks after the celebrities a bit, but then he also works at a reception and does that. I don't know really. Basically he's a key worker, so he's still working, but he says it's super safe. It's very organised and abiding by the guidelines and all that stuff. So how do you cope with the isolation from friends and family members? WhatsApp. I'm on WhatsApp all the time. Talking to my friends and my family, my sisters. We've been doing video chats. I've gotten drunk on video chat a few times. That's fun. I think I'm doing that tonight as well. Just talk to people as much as you can. In your normal life, when you're busy all the time, you look at your phone, you see a notification, you go, oh, I'll reply later, or no, and you'll just forget about it. But now, when a notification comes up on my phone, I'm like, oh my god, it's someone to talk to! Get like excited. What are you doing to fill your days? Do you feel like you are productive with your time? Are you doing things you don't normally do? I feel like I've been half productive, half not. I don't know what I'm going to feel like when I wake up. Some days I wake up and I'm like, ready to seize the day, smash a load of things off a list and have a busy day. But then some days I wake up and I'm just like, and I just mope around all day. Like, that is it. I have been productive, but I've also not been productive. Are you doing things you don't normally do? No, not really. I'm still not watching daytime TV. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't sit there in the day and watch TV. Like, I just can't do it. I don't know what it is. I can't relax. I can't sit there and relax. TV is a nighttime thing for me. The daytime is work time. It's the time of the day where you get the stuff that you need to do done so that you can do that at night. I don't know, that's how I see it anyway. Laura says, do you miss working with me? Yes, I do. What a stupid question. I miss it every day. What has your average day been like when you're trapped at home? Doing anything fun? Watching any good shows? Also, you look stunning. Thank you. There hasn't really been an average day. Every day is different. The only thing that's the same every day is I wake up and I get out of bed and make a cup of tea. Every single morning. It's like the thing that gets me out of bed. I'm like, oh, a cup of tea. Doing anything fun? I mean, I tried dresses on and danced in them the other day. That was pretty fun. I've had a drink a few times. Like, I've gotten a tipsy a few times. And other things. But, no, I suppose I haven't really been doing that much fun stuff. Oops. Okay, the last question is off Pete. I got a heavy one for you. If Jordan caught coronavirus and ended up on a ventilator in hospital, would you try and go visit? Keeping in mind, if you caught it, you could take away doctors and resources from him. Thank you, Pete. I'm pretty sure that if anyone goes into hospital with coronavirus, you cannot go visiting them. Like, you just cannot. You're just not allowed to. I'm guessing you mean if that was allowed, would I go and visit him? If he was alright, no, I wouldn't go visiting him. It would be awful, but it's too risky, and it's like you say, it could take away from him getting better. I think I'd be able to resist going seeing him because I know that I was doing it for a good reason and it was the right choice. But on the other hand, if he was very ill and struggling and having complications and I was allowed to, then maybe, yeah, I would go and see him because it could be the last time I saw him. Like, I might have to say bye. So yeah, thanks for that question, Pete. Thanks a lot. You always come when it's the end of the video. It's like you always want to say bye. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this wasn't, I don't know, I always feel weird with Q&As, whether people enjoy them or not. Do you enjoy them, Mowgli? Do you think I should do more Q&As? Alright guys, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time. Bye.